So we're back, and I did get that Ulta box that I was telling you guys about in my last video. If you haven't checked that out, I will link that in the description below. So basically what I did is I did a little, I'm going to call it a mini Ulta haul, because you spend a lot of money when you do a regular one. So this is a mini Ulta haul. Now 90% of the things in this box I do not have. So I am going to test them out and kind of give you my rundown of how I think all these products worked. So if you want to see what I got and if it's a hit or a miss, please keep watching. Before I get started, I did go to the fair the other day, and they have, you know, all the fairs, they always have like this giant expo center of all these things that you can buy. So I did happen to come across this Misty Mountain Soap Incorporated. It's a sugared lip scrub. I got this for $5, and it's all natural, so I can eat this. It's made from like brown sugar. It's wonderful. It definitely, I just did it. I don't know if you can tell, but I had gone to Orlando and we had a really awesome night of team building and alcohol. So I was a little dehydrated and it was showing in my lips, and now they are so smooth. It's wonderful. But I definitely give this 2 thumbs up. Sugared Lip Scrub by Misty Mountain Soap Co.to. I will link their website down below in case you want to go and check them out. But they had a lot of really good scented soaps. They had all natural remedies, lip balms, all kinds of things. So I'll go ahead and link that below. But otherwise, let's start in on the box. So I'm going to try and keep this in order. First, I'm going to go through and I'm just going to kind of go over everything that I got in the box. So I did get a travel size of the new Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara, which I'm like super pumped to try because I've been hearing a lot of good things. Nikki Tutorials has told me all about it. Raw Beauty Christy, like they've all been trying this mascara, and I'm intrigued. I really want to see if this is as good as everybody thinks that it is. I also got the NYX Matte Liquid Liner just to kind of try something new. I always tend to go for my Revlon. That always works for me, so it'll be good to try something different. Different foundations. I got the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow because I have the matte and I really do enjoy the matte one. And then I also got the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. Also heard really good things about that one, so I'm about it. I also did come across, these are like, I would say they're comparable to the Stila liquid glue. It's probably nowhere near as good because Stila is a brand of its fucking own, but here is the Model's Own Liquid Metals eyeshadow. I got one in rose gold and I got one in silver just to kind of try those out and see how that works. I also got the Nyx Hd Studio Concealer in the color Fair, number 1, I don't know. Porcelain, I'm sorry, I got it in porcelain because I'm fair. I also got the Morphe Brush Set. This is the I Slay 6-piece brush collection and case. So I'm really excited to get new brushes. Even though we all know that I love my BH Cosmetic ones, it's going to be really hard for those to compare with that. I also got the Ulta Beauty Glitter Primer for eyes and face. I used to have, I still have, one of the Mica Minerals or something. It was something like that. I got it at one of those kiosks, you know, the really pushy kiosks that you go to at the mall and they don't take no for an answer. And I got glitter. I got some pigmented eyeshadows, which I didn't really care for, but I did like their glitter glue. It was really wonderful. Then I also got this e.l.f. angled eyeliner brush. I did not get this for eyeliner. I got this because I like to apply my lipsticks with this. Like, you know, when you get down to it and like you can't line your lips with the stick anymore, like that angled piece is just gone and now it's just a flat top, and trying to get like that perfect shape for your lips. Yeah, I don't like brushes for my lips. I feel like the ones that are meant for my lips, they're too thick. I tend to go for a finer one so I can get that really precise outline. And last but certainly not least, we will not be trying this one in this video just because I don't have any false lashes to put on with this. But I did get the Duo Brush On Strip Lash Adhesive that dries in black. I had one in the tube, just like the squeezy tube, and it's really old, so it was just time to replace it. And I figured, why not get one that looks like eyeliner and one that actually has a brush, because that sounds a lot easier than trying to squeeze the perfect amount of glue out onto your lashes without making a freaking mess. think that looks like it's it. So, gonna try and stay in order with this. So first of all, we did not get any eyeshadows. So I am gonna go ahead and just open up my Morphe brushes. And I'm going, you know what, since I got Morphe brushes, I'm just gonna reach for my Jaclyn Hill palette, because why not? I love my Jaclyn. It's like my go-to anyways. I tend to use that one pretty much every single day, just because it's got so many different colors. Let me tell you that I got this box today. I'm filming this today is Tuesday, March 6th, on Friday, March 2nd, and it was really hard not to dip into this. I go ahead and open up my Nyx Concealer, since I like to prime my eyes with that, because I'm that weirdo. It looks like it's going to be a good match anyways. Let's try that out. Whew. This is much smaller than my Revlon one, I will say that. It better be really good for me paying all of that for such a small tube. Go ahead and work that. Ooh, that's got some nice coverage to it. I think that's definitely a little stronger than my Revlon was. I'm not hating. Huh. Alright. I'm not disappointed so far. I think the bigger test is going to be when I get to my under eyes and if it actually like covers everything. So let's go ahead. I'm going to dip into my Jaclyn Hill palette. Okay, well these are all the brushes that I got in the kit. I'm a little disappointed that this big fluffy one, I don't know if y'all can tell, got a little jacked up in mailing, so I don't know. Not impressed, Morphe. Not impressed. Ooh, that one's got some really nice stiff bristles. That's gonna be lovely. This seems like a good blending brush, so I'm gonna go with this one first and just start working in the crease. I am thinking ahead because I am going to be playing with that glitter primer. So I'm going to go with something really smoky and really like dramatic. Alright, well it seems to be working okay. I'm just concerned for that one that's all frayed out to see how that actually works. See if it actually does anything. We shall see. Not too shabby. I mean, I feel like for brushes, you have to play with them more than once to really kind of get a feel for what it's going to be like working with them. But I'm not hating. I mean, I got these. I paid $18 for these, and it's not bad for 18 bucks. Like I said, I am disappointed about that one frayed one. But you know, I'm not gonna let that get in the way of my review. I'm just gonna take that with a grain of salt. Trying to keep this on the outer corner because I don't want it to be quite so dark in there, but we are going to go in with some black. That's definitely going to happen. I'm going to use this little, ooh, I don't know if y'all can see that. There's some kind of a residual powder coming off of that as I flick it, but whatever. I'm going to go in with this little itty bitty brush and just kind of start smoking it out. I'm going to go in with a black. Very, very lightly dipping into this because I don't want black everywhere. Alright, so this brush, I will say, feels like it's kind of stabbing me a little bit. So, not a huge fan of that. This reminds me a lot of like one of the Avon brushes I used to have. Alright. So now I'm going to go in with just this big fluff. I'm literally trying to use as many of these brushes as I possibly can. I'm going to go in with this brush that's just no product on it, nothing. And I'm just going to start working out that black. Trying to keep most of that on the outside. Like I said, I don't want it too crazy. I just want it something kind of smoky. Huh. I like this brush. Like I said, I don't care for that last one. That one was like stabbing the crap out of my eyeballs. Alright, so what I'm going to do is on this eye, I'm going to go in and play with some of those Model's Own glittery ones. I'm probably going to do silver in this corner and then kind of smoke that out into the rose gold. But then on this eye, I'm going to play with that primer, the glitter primer, so that I can kind of test that out and see how sticky it is, see if it actually holds my glitter in place. Why do they make these so child-proof? Like, I need to worry about kids getting into it after it's opened, not necessarily before. But I don't have high hopes for these. These, like I said, they were on sale. And I was looking for something that was comparable, because I'm sorry, Stila, I'm not paying $24 for a glitter that I may or may not use. Once I kind of know if I'm going to use glitter, I'll probably invest. But until then, no. Alright, now that they're open, I'm going to apply just a little bit of the silver one on the lid. I might end up having to use some of those brushes. Ooh. It definitely feels really thick. And it doesn't look like my color payoff is really all that amazing. Oh God, this is why I don't like cream ones. Keep going, just keep going, D. And then here is the rose gold on the outer corner. I am going to take my finger and just kind of blend these together. I like the rose gold one a little bit better than I think I like the silver. Let's see. We haven't used this one, so let's go for it. This feels like it would be a really good brush to kind of do like a cut crease. Yeah, I think this is blending a little bit nicer with the brush rather than my fingers. I feel like my fingers was just taking everything off. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it yet. It's not wonderful, but it's not terrible. Especially because like I said, I only paid like, they were like $3. Not too bad. Alright, so now I'm going to go in, I'm going to play with the glitter primer. I do have some of that Mica Beauty Cosmetics that I was telling you about. This is the glitter I got from them when I got their glitter glue. Take this and just kind of apply some of this glitter glue stuff. Because it's just like a little nozzle. I'm not going to try and apply that with my fingers or anything. Ooh, that's a little thicker I thought it would be. Guess I'll use this brush to apply the glitter too. Why not? Start there. Hopefully half my glitter does not stick to this brush. We shall find out. Are you ready? Alright, so I'm just going to take a little bit and put it into my cap. That way I'm not contaminating all of my glitter. So I've just got like a good little dish in there. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm trying not to spill glitter everywhere because I don't want my cat getting into it. Alright. Seems to be sticking. Trying to create a little bit more of a precise cut crease rather than blending up. That's not bad. Now, I don't know about everybody else, but when I would do this, when I used to work at a club, I would apply the glitter first, and then I'd go through with an eyeliner. Now, I probably am doing that completely wrong, but that's what worked for me. Because I felt like if I did it first, I lost a lot of that liner in with the glitter. Alright, well, I'm definitely not disappointed about that. Not bad. Not too shabby, ULTA. Not too shabby. Alright, well, now that that's done, let's go ahead and try out the NYX eyeliner. Let's see about this one. Okay. Ooh, Well, it does have a nice little applicator to it, and that's not too bad. I'm not disappointed about all that. It is a matte. I do tend to like the matte better. I feel like the shiny ones, you can kind of see any and all imperfections in it. And I've got enough glitter on my eyes, so I don't think that I really, really need anything like super crazy glittery. I like this applicator though. All right. All right, I kind of like this applicator. Mine, my Revlon one is a little bit more sturdy. This one's a little bit more like a brush, like it kind of moves with me when I go to apply. So that's kind of nice. All right, well, I mean, it's not, the glitter's not giving me any issue either, which that's a little different. Normally I have to like go over it like 20 times because the glitter starts moving and you don't get that nice crisp line. I'm one of those awful perfectionists too when it comes to my eyeliner. I like this applicator. This is very nice. All right, so this one's kind of hit or miss. I don't know. I guess it depends on how you feel about your applicators. If you feel like you need them to be a little bit more sturdy, I would not recommend this. But I'm not hating it. I do like that. I feel like a lot of the time with my Revlon one, my eyeliner just kind of gets out of control. Like I really want that nice crisp line, but I don't want it too thick. So I wouldn't recommend, if you like the chunkier, like bolder line on your lid, I would not recommend this, but I kind of like it. So win. Let's dip into the Bad Girl Bang Benefit Mascara. This is supposed to be like, this is hyped the fuck up. This is supposed to provide 36-hour full blast volume. Big volume with 360-degree reach. Streamlined to easily reach root to tip, corner to corner, upper and lower lashes. Gravity defying formula. Massive volume without weighing down lashes. Layers easily for bigger and bigger impact. All right, enough with the hype. I'm just gonna open it. Thank you, Benefit. Thank you, Benefit, for not making it a child-proof box. Appreciate that. Ooh. I really like this pack. This is really cute, guys. Look at the studs on this. All right. I know this was $12. This one I remember specifically because I wasn't paying that much. That applicator's kind of nice. Look at that. I mean, I'm usually a fan of like the bigger, chunkier ones, like the really wispy ones. But I mean, if you work, it works. Now, like, the real question for me is going to be how much of a pain in the ass is this going to be to get off? All right. Well, I mean, it doesn't, like a lot of my other mascaras, I feel like they get really clumpy. This doesn't seem very clumpy at all. It definitely feels like it's gliding right on there for sure. Let's go for the other eye. Sorry, when it comes to the eyeballs, it's really hard for me to keep talking. I get super zoned in on that concentration. Root to tip, root to tip. I mean, that's not bad. I don't know if I would buy the full size one, but again, I'm going to try a couple of these products a little bit more before I say like my final thoughts on them. But I don't hate this mascara. This is pretty nice. It definitely doesn't feel clumpy. It doesn't feel crazy. But I like it. I like that. It's kind of nice. I feel uneven because I've got this and this going on. Like that just doesn't feel right to me. All right. I'm going to do the Infallible Pro Glow on this side. I'm going to do Milani on this side and just kind of compare the two and see how they do. All right, so we're going to go with the Pro Glow first. Now, like I said, I have the Pro Matte one, but everybody keeps raving about this. It's supposed to be a 24-hour foundation, lasting glow foundation, never dull, never greasy. It's radiant, it's 24 hours. It's supposed to be a medium coverage, and it's an air-light texture. Pro tip, shake well, dot onto skin, rolling motion. We're not listening to them. So I'm gonna give it a little shake, shake. And then I'm gonna apply this straight to the sponge, because that's usually what tends to work for me when I do, because I tend to use more of like an actual brush when I apply my foundation. Everybody's a little bit different, but just to keep all the variables in check, we're gonna go in. I'm just applying it to my sponge. Now, I'm not really usually a huge fan of dewy finish foundations, just because I'm not necessarily really greasy or oily, but I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like I look really oily. I mean, I definitely wouldn't call this a full coverage. If you're more of a full coverage bitch, this one ain't for you. Which I usually am. But I wanted to try something a little bit different, and I wanted to try something a little new. It's not bad. Well, I mean, it covered. Not sure how I feel about the dewy finish on it, but it definitely covered everything. I can still kind of see like my freckles kind of poking through. I don't know if that's translating onto film. I feel like it's getting a little cakey though, like in the crevice of my nose. So now on this side, I'm going to go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect. Ooh, it's got a pretty little pump. Medium to full coverage, lightweight, oil-free formula. Long-wearing, water-resistant, and sweat-proof. I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to go outside and sweat a little for you, Milani. That one's definitely a little bit thicker of a consistency than the other one was. The other one was a little bit more liquidy. So I'm just going to go in, same thing. I'm just going to kind of apply. I feel like I'm going to like this one a little bit better. I think I like this one better. But I've been hearing, I mean, a lot of really good things about this one. The Pro Glow too, but again, I think because that's a dewier finish, I'm not really a huge fan of it. I think this one has a little bit heavier coverage. Definitely. I feel like it's kind of concealing out a little bit more of my imperfections. I am really red right now, you guys. I went to the fair the other day and I got really terribly sunburned, so just bear with me on that. So I have a lot of redness to my face. Now, I feel like it does still, I have a lot of imperfections that it's still kind of showing through. But again, I'm not going to hate on it. Plus, if you're on a budget, these are both really nice. They were relatively inexpensive. Okay, so here we have the Loreal Pro Glow, and then over here we've got the Milani. Now you can definitely see that I have a little bit more dewiness going on over here, and this one's definitely a little bit closer to the matte side. So let's go in and play with that NYX Photogenic Concealer again and see if that'll do anything for me. So I'm just going to do, not necessarily triangles, but I'm just going to kind of apply under my eyes. Nothing wild. If you've watched my channel, you know this is how I kind of do it. Just do like a streak and then kind of fan it out. Let's go to town. Alright. Well, I think this is definitely a win. I like this a little bit better than I like my Revlon. My Revlon one just feels really streaky, and it feels like it, when I blend it out, it just doesn't have the same coverage. So this is kind of nice. Brightened it up a little bit. So I did miss out one product that I did get that I'm really glad that I did. So in my last video, I talked about my Milani Stay Put Brow Color. I did order a second one of these, and just as I expected, I went in and I used this the other day, and I'm not disappointed. When I initially bought this product, I had absolutely no idea how to apply this without looking like streaky and crazy and kind of like a clown. So I did reorder this, and I am really glad that I did, because it's much easier to work with when it's not all dried out and disgusting. And it really does, it helps me to shape them so much better. So all I did was really just kind of fan out my eyebrows so that they can look a little bit more full. And then the only downfall is this freaking applicator was broken when I got it. So I'm just going to take some super glue to that. And I'm just kind of softening a little bit and dragging that color down. Like I said, now look how much better that looks. This eyebrow is like non-existent, and this one is like, hey, I'm here. Look at that. The brows are back. They actually exist. Not disappointed by my Milani. I love Milani. I have loved Milani since probably the early 2000s, when I used to just go to high school and just do like one strip of black eye, no wing, just the strip of black eyeliner on my upper lid and probably in my waterline. But I always swore by that stuff because it would last me through gym, it would last me through the morning, it would last me through the bus ride home. Like, that stuff was like magic. All the way around, I would say that for $18, I'm going to give Morphe a thumbs up. Even though the brush is all jacked up and the other one's stabbing me, I will use those. It'll happen. It's just going to happen. For the Bad Girl Bang Mascara, thumbs up. Good purchase. I think I would get the full size one of this, but like I said, I'm going to try it out a couple more times before I say yay or nay. For the Model's Own, I'm going to give a thumbs up to the rose gold one. This silver tone, I would not purchase this again. Like I said, this is more of a topper rather than an actual eyeshadow, so I don't think I would purchase that one again. Milani Brow Stay Put Brow product, I would buy this again. Obviously I did, so that's getting a thumbs up. The NYX Hd Photogenic Concealer and Corrector, I'm going to give this a thumbs up too. The NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner, I'm going to give this a thumbs up. I liked this. Like I said, if you need a little bit more sturdy of a applicator brush, I don't think this is going to be for you. But if you like more of like that natural, just kind of crisp lined, if you think you can work with more of like a brush, go for it. I say go for it. That seems really, really nice. I am going to give the Infallible Pro Glow. I don't think I will repurchase this. Like I said, I'm really not big on dewy foundations anyways, but it's not bad. I don't really love it, but it's not bad. So I don't think I would repurchase that one. The Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. I think that I probably would buy this again. Just again, on first glance, I like this side a little bit better than I like this side. I think the coverage is a little bit fuller, which I'm a full coverage bitch. I think that it's a really pretty, it's not dewy, but it's not matte. So you kind of get the best of both worlds in that sense. So I think I would repurchase that again. I like it. I think this was a good purchase. I'm glad that I kind of broke out of my norm, because I feel like a lot of us, we tend to get stuck. We know products that work for us. We might get new like eyeshadows, we might get, you know, like new eyeshadow palettes, new lipstick palette, you know, anything like that. I feel like we're more willing to try, but like when it comes to my foundations, when it comes to a new setting powder, when it comes to a new eye, I feel like I speak for myself when I say this, I tend to always buy the same brand. I know that it works for me. I know that I'm not wasting my money, but sometimes it's better. I think that it's good to get out of that, like, you know, your comfort zone and try something a little bit different. Anyway, so that's my unboxing for today. I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. I hope that we learned a little something today. I know I did. we've gotten all this out of the way, I want to hear from you guys. What kind of, like, what are your favorites? What are your favorite eyeliners? What are your favorite foundations? What is your holy grail? What do you kind of reach for? Do you have anything that's kind of comparable to the Stila? Let's get a dialogue going, y'all. Let's try this. Skincare products. What do you like? What do you don't like? Let me get y'all's opinion. But otherwise, other than that, until next time, YouTube, it's been a pleasure.